What's up, guys? Welcome back to the stream. We are here watching Power Hour live. Today has been a crazy day in the market for GameStop. This morning, we seen GameStop reach new highs to 344.66 before coming down. The low is 281. And we're currently sitting around 299 and bouncing between there and 300 right now. AMC for the day, we had a high of 60.62, and it's currently trading around $54, $55 level. So that's where we're at with this. I am going to look up and make sure that I am live. Make sure that everyone can hear me. Okay, so yep, everyone's able to hear me now. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm sorry that I didn't come back yesterday. I had a couple things come up, and I try also not to live stream when other people are live streaming, because I don't really get much traffic here, and there's really just no point. Plus, I don't want to seem like I'm competing with other channels either, because I'm not. This channel is basically a place just where, apes can come hang out and chill and just watch the market action here together. So that's where we're at with this today. Also, Wes Christian was live today with Matt Kors on his channel. He was also live yesterday on Fox News. Wes Christian, if you guys don't know him, he was a huge help for us in superstonk and has really worked hard to shed light on naked short selling and try to educate as much people as he can. Right now we're seeing a big leap on GameStop. We're at 302, 303 for Power Hour. Power Hour started 1 minute ago, so looks like we're taking off. AMC is at 54.76. It's okay. I think a big issue is there has been some YouTubers shilling for Clove, and I think that took away from the volume from AMC today. So I think that it's important to realize that at this point in time, there's really the battlegrounds for the naked shorts are on GameStop and AMC. I believe that regardless of what happens with both of these stocks, I think it's unwise to try to sell them for a different stock, since these are the known battlegrounds for this fight right now. No other stock at this point has 300+% short interest, and had that in January. So there's really no point at this time going on another stock unless you simply just don't believe in the squeeze. So yeah, I did hear, I'm not going to name YouTubers, but there was a YouTuber that I know a lot of my viewers watch that was saying to sell AMC and go to Clove, and I would just say that I personally don't think that that's a wise idea. Everybody can make their own financial choices, of course, but I do know for sure that GameStop for sure had about 249% short interest, and that's just the public numbers in January. And that's not counting naked shorts or synthetics or anything like that. So I just wanted to let that be known out there. AMC had really high short interest as well. And once again, just the public numbers. That's not even counting the naked shorts or anything. So if we do know one thing for sure, it's that GameStop and AMC are both part of this MOAS. At this time, there's no other stocks that are set up quite the way that these two are. So, of course, make your own financial decisions, but me personally, I will be keeping GameStop and AMC and not paying attention to any other stocks right now. What's up, Lewis? Lewis says, I'm staying in all of them. My 53 calls are looking beautiful. That's awesome. I don't have any calls right now for AMC. I'm going to be picking some up here soon. I should have picked them up earlier, but I wasn't paying attention. I do have one for GameStop. And I picked it up, actually, I think yesterday. I'm just chilling with it. I think I'm going to keep it for a while. Because I keep day trading the contracts, and at this point I might as well keep it because we're in the 300 range, and from here soon I think that they are going to be, not yet, but maybe by like 500, they'll maybe start to cover. So we're just going to keep an eye on what's going on here with these stocks, and continue to watch this action. GameStop and AMC are both trending upwards now. Let's zoom out, see where we can expect. We can come all the way back up to here. I mean, imagine riding that nice, beautiful climb up. Another thing, earnings are tomorrow, and also the annual shareholder meeting for GameStop are tomorrow. Tomorrow could be a huge catalyst. It could also be, another thing I want to warn you of is what can happen is we all know the famous buy the hype, sell the news. So GameStop could be trending upwards a lot, so that tomorrow hedge funds can crash the price down to shake people out after earnings. So I just want everyone to be aware of that and just keep that in the back of your mind, that if it does come down, that's simply just hedge funds selling and adding short pressure as well onto the stock to shake people out and get their diamond hands turned into paper hands. So don't let that happen to you, because you will be sorely disappointed. But again, everyone should make their own financial decisions. That's just kind of how I'm feeling on this. I do want everyone to be prepared that is a possible scenario. But regardless, we all know that GameStop and AMC are two stocks that know how to bounce back. So that is not even a concern of mine at this point. So yeah, I just wanted to get all that news out there. And let me read these comments. They're going to get covered by next week. Hold it, babe. Diamond hands. Have you seen the Italian YouTuber? He's hilarious. Who's the Italian YouTuber? Is this YouTuber from New York? Anyway, one of my friends wants to give me 10K, and I'm still thinking about it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you what to do with that. I don't borrow money from anyone, because then they're going to want to slice your pie, but of course that's always up to you. I just don't like being in debt. Look at that beautiful climb. The chart's beautiful. Here, let's zoom out on GameStop too. Hold on. Zoom out. How identical these charts are. Right at this point. Alright. Don't worry about that candle, guys. This is a 1 minute chart. If that can come back up, we're going to see what happens here. Looks like we're getting one on GameStop too. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is a short pressure going into power hour. They are very, very scared and concerned. So yeah, let's just keep watching this. AMC's coming back up. And this is 1 minute candles, guys. I can change it to 5 minutes if you want. You can read these comments. Where are they? Over here. Have you seen the Italian YouTuber? Yeah, who's the Italian YouTuber? Oh, when I see AMC going up, so do my hormones. That's funny. I seen a really funny ass tweet earlier about something like that. It wasn't that, but it was similar and it was hilarious. I forget what it was. But yeah. Alright. let's see what's happening. All right, AMC's coming right back up. I'm having a nice bounce right back up. So anyone that bought a contract down here, I'd recommend buying a contract on GameStop now if you're like day trading them or whatever. If you're not, then just hold. They're all 1 minute. 1 minute candles. If we move to the 5-minute chart, let's see what it looks like. This is the 5-minute chart. Let's move to 5 minutes on this one. 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart is looking like there was almost a George W. Oh, no, but it is. Let me see. Can't see. Okay, yeah, it was, and then it got rejected. So we're going to look probably to come back down to this level and then look for that bounce up. Same with AMC here. It's kind of like a effed up George W. Let's see. Okay, well, let me zoom out for some reason. Guess I'm already zoomed out. So, yeah. We're just going to keep watching this price action here and see what happens. Well, I'm going to move this back to 1 minute, and then we're going to, I'm going to go look up and see if there's any new news that anybody needs to be aware of. Another friendly reminder, I understand right now that the mainstream media is all, kind of looking into naked shorts and, basically trying to act like they're on our team. Just remember that they are not on our team. They are not on our side. As far as I'm concerned, this is a manipulation tactic on their part to gain our trust, in order to come out with some shit to try to get people to change their minds. Another thing, I think that Jim Cramer is shilling Wendy's, simply because, the Wall Street Bets lingo. I think that he thinks that will, get apes to turn their attention to Wendy's. Another stock that the hedgies are shilling is Clove. So just be aware of that. Obviously, you could still make money on shill stocks, but for me, I won't, simply because it feeds them money. It allows them to earn money, and I don't want them to earn more money, because then that's a way for them to be able to extend this margin call even longer. So I'm not into the business of helping hedgies, so for that reason, I will not invest in that. One of my friends, well, I want to see. I'm peeping and watching you live. I'm dying in here. My bathroom sounds like a war zone. Ew. Gross. Alright, so we're coming back up here. Looks like we're going to. GME's trying to. AMC's kind of doing the same thing. It's just bigger because there's more shares that exist in AMC. Like the float is bigger. Let's see what happens here. GameStop's at $298.61. I am not mad about that at all. We're up 6.66% on the day. Now, hopefully that changes. Hopefully that goes to a different number, like 777 would be great. AMC is trading at negative 1.5% right now on the day. It's still in a good place. It's still trading above $50, which is great. So I'm not mad at that either. They're both doing fantastic right now. We have more catalysts to come. Yes, it is an evil number. That's why I said hopefully it turns to 777. That's the sign that I'm looking for. Anything but 666% would be perfect, really. Not a big fan of that kind of karma. So yeah. Lewis, who was the Italian YouTuber you're talking about? He never answered me. Alright, so let's see. Alright, let me go over here real quick and look this up. Alright, so they're adding Wendy's and Clove and classifying it as a meme stock now, all through mainstream media. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you too. AMCX looks like it's getting a lot of AMC's volume today. I don't know if people are just fat fingering it or if people are using it to divert attention, but I was looking at it earlier during this climb up and I was like, wow, you're taking a lot of AMC's volume. So realize if I have any new viewers, AMCX is not AMC. There's nothing wrong with AMCX stock. It is not a short squeeze potential stock at all. I think the earnings for GameStop are going to be really good coming up here, and I think that well, I'm hoping that it'll continue to climb. Although right now earnings could be getting priced in at this point for GameStop, so we're going to see, I guess, what happens. But either way, it doesn't change what I'm doing. I'm still holding, so I don't care. GameStop stock set higher by meme trading army ahead of earnings. There's mainstream media reports saying resist the urge to buy AMC GameStop and BlackBerry stocks. Don't be a lemming as their prices soar. That's so funny to me. They're such haters. Every time I see a don't buy GameStop or don't buy AMC article, it means buy it. Just know, inverse the media always. It means they're scared. Because every time they post it, it goes up. Every single time. Look at those stocks reacting so well to the fake news from the mainstream media. I'm so bored. I want AMC to go to the moon. I need a vacation. Me too. I need a vacation ASAP. I'm ready for moon. I think tomorrow is going to prove as a catalyst for GME. And if GME goes up, AMC also goes up. So we're going to see. Last time GameStop had a catalyst. That's what set AMC to go off and go up. So we'll see what happens here tomorrow. I'm hoping it's not a buy the hype, sell the news kind of situation, although I am very prepared for it to be. So, I mean, there's really not that low this stock can go, as long as all apes know the end game and the end plan to this. Everyone should feel very confident about holding right now. Shorts haven't even begun to cover. It's truly going to be interesting when they try to cover. I can't wait to see this because, I mean, we own the float so many times. I don't know how this is going to go for them. Also, in other news, brokerages are once again reporting, well, brokerages aren't reporting, mainstream media is reporting, that brokerage accounts are getting hacked and stuff. I think that this, like I said yesterday, is all in preparation to kind of tell retail traders whenever, they lock them out of their accounts, basically, a strike. I think, to be honest, they're telling us what they're going to do before they do it. So what I recommend is turn on two-factor authentication on all of your accounts, including social medias and your brokerage accounts. Also, make sure you screenshot all of your positions. Go download your statements as well, just so you have proof of the shares that you have, just in case any kind of fuckery does occur. You have that proof to back yourself up. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully nothing like that does happen. I also know that Reddit was down today, and there have been some YouTube streams that have gone a little funky and stuff. So that's all just something to be aware of, and just to keep in your mind as, this story continues to develop. So yeah. Also, Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies are crashing down, and you know what that means. When they're crashing down, that means GameStop and AMC go up. So they did crash down last night, and I was watching that pretty closely. And sure enough, today GameStop had a run in the morning, and so did AMC. So always keep in mind, like, watching the price of crypto. Here's my beliefs regarding it. I don't know if this is accurate or not. Like I said, this is just like literally my opinion. There's no facts surrounding this, but I think that it's crashing because Wall Street hedges their portfolio with Bitcoin, because well, not just Bitcoin, but other cryptos as well, but they act as like a store of value. So I think that it's tanking because they have to liquidate those positions in order to put them into the market to liquidate their accounts so that they don't end up in a margin call. So we're going to see how high this will go before we even hit their max pain level. I am expecting at some point here soon to hit a gamma squeeze on GameStop at the 300 level and beyond. If we can get above like 350, almost 400, I think that it will cause a gamma squeeze. And we can see the stock shoot up, and then, if we continue to keep rolling out gamma squeezes, it can lead us into the MOAS a lot quicker. So we're going to see what happens here. Today I'm expecting this price to close around 300, and yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully it goes up a little bit more than that. I'd feel a lot better at like 305, 306 level. So we're gonna see. I feel like every time I say a number, it tries to hit it. So I'm hoping that we could go around that 350 level. Would be great. And for AMC, I'm thinking it'll close around maybe 55, 56. But I'm hoping it'll close around like 65, 70. So we'll see what happens here with both of these stocks. As we move on with Power Hour, there's about like 40 minutes left in Power Hour. About 40 minutes left in Power Hour, so we're going to see how this progresses throughout the rest of this time here. I want to go through the predictions in the comments. I want everyone to predict, what do you think the price will end at for GameStop, and what do you think the price will end the day at for AMC? So get your predictions in now. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. All right. All right. That's not what I was doing. I was in the wrong place. Oopsie daisy. All right. Sorry, guys. All right. Anybody have any predictions for the close of the day on GameStop and AMC? We got some pretty boring price action happening right now. Nothing really that fun. Hoping to close the day at 300 or 305 on GameStop. On AMC, I'm hoping for $55 or even 56 would be cool. Any really above 50 is great, but that's just what I'm looking for. I want it to be more. I didn't mean daily. I wanted 5 minutes. That's why it looks weird. There we go. Yeah. So, let's see. We're hopefully going to be hitting a bounce here soon. So we're going to see what levels we start to sustain here. If you look at this graph, we have a W that got brought down. We're trying to retake it up now. So we'll see what levels we reach. I'm hoping to reach back up to these 340 levels really soon on that stock. So we'll see what happens here. If you guys haven't already, please like the video if you're watching and you haven't. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And just come hang out with us during market hours and check out the action live. And also, I like to post basically like going through the news of the days and what to watch out for in our days. So that's basically what I've been doing on this channel here. So if you haven't... Oh, a snake? Okay. So if you haven't already liked the video, please like it, subscribe, and that's pretty much it. Also, let me know if there's any kind of content you want to see or anything that you want me to cover. If it's a different stock or really anything, let me know. So yeah, I do want to see if it lets me look up crypto on Fidelity. I don't know if it does since they don't offer it, but I do want to see. Nope, it doesn't. Oops. Yeah, no, they don't offer it, so they don't let you look at it. Let's look. We can go look at Clove and see what's going on over there. And nothing fun over there either. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on it. These are my only two stocks that I'm worried about right now. I don't care about anything else. I'm not going to comment whether or not Clove can or cannot be something because I don't know. I don't know anything about it. And what I do know is the due diligence behind these two. And I'd say that it's pretty strong. So we're looking for these are some beautiful steps here, and we're looking like we're going to repeat that pattern of beautiful steps here. If we hit here, that's a double top. We're going to see what happens here. Hopefully we fly past that and see where we go. Same thing here for actually AMC. It's completely identical. Literally the same thing. Look at this. Same thing. Same exact thing. Same exact thing. Look at that. Literally the same chart. It's crazy. Oops. Oops. I have a habit of hitting this the wrong way. Oops, didn't want to do that either. Alright. Alright, so looks like hopefully we're going to close above 300 today. We're at 3:28 on the time on the day today for Power Hour. We got about 30 minutes into Power Hour. So yeah. Another thing, I talked yesterday about that letter. I need to figure out how I can get the letter. I got to figure out how I can get like the letter on my computer, because right now it's saved as a screenshot on my phone. And I can't figure out, for some reason, I can't figure out how to get into my phone from my computer. Like, I know that there's a way, but I don't know how. So I'm trying to figure that out. It used to be so easy, but not anymore. Like, I can get into it, but whenever I get into it, it says there's no files, even though obviously there's files on my phone. So I might have to, like, just send it to myself on Facebook or something and then save it to my computer or something. But I also want to find the original link, but I can't find it. It's, like, buried. It's gone. I'm sure you could probably look it up, though, like, if that was something you wanted to do. Yeah. So I do want to go over that, though, because it is crazy. I'm telling you, it really does sound like exactly what we're in. But obviously, like, that would be like the tinfoil hat conspiracy kind of thing. So I would label it as that, but it is interesting. Even from like I don't know, any kind of perspective, I feel like it's interesting. Regardless of if you believe it, I still think it's interesting. My kid's in there playing music. Can you guys hear the music? All right. These steps. It's crazy how identical these charts are. I mean, it's literally the same chart. You really only need to watch one of them to know what the other one's doing. I just really want to end above 300 today. That'll make me feel really good about myself and confident. In the morning tomorrow, I believe it's at like 10:15 a.m. or something, is the shareholder annual meeting. Um, it's only slated to last for 15 minutes, which is interesting to me because I thought that they lasted a lot longer than that, like maybe like an hour or two. So it was really odd and interesting for me to see that it was only 15 minutes. I don't know if that's a good or a bad sign. I have no idea. But I do know that tomorrow, Ryan Cohen is supposed to be named chairman of the board. So when that happens, I'm hoping that we will see more and more announcements coming out from GameStop. I'm hoping that they'll start to unveil their plans for their NFT and other things that are on their agenda. I know that from looking up the address on that GameStop coin that it's supposed to be released July 14th, I think. Yeah, I think it was July 14th. So if that's the case, I expect them to be coming out with news very, very soon as to what their plans are with that. There's a lot of things that you can do with NFTs. So all of that, anything that I could say right now would be pure speculation. Um, but I am very excited to see what they plan to do with this and how it's going to change the business that is GameStop in the long run. And currently, right now, as we sit, hey, can you close your door because you're going to get me in trouble with YouTube for your music. Hold on, guys. I got to mute this for a sec. Sorry, guys. I don't want to get copyrighted. So, yeah. The NFT thing, I think that it's going to be really interesting. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what GameStop does with that crypto coin. Obviously, something that's been speculated in regards to that would be that GameStop could offer a crypto dividend. And if that was the case, then all of those synthetic shares would have to be covered, because we would have to know who exactly gets that coin. In addition to that, all the shorts, like all the shares would have to be recalled and returned, because nobody else had, like none of the hedge funds or whoever is short on the stock is able to deliver that coin. So that's another really interesting thing. That's something that Overstock did. It did take some time to implement. So I guess we'll see really what happens with that. Hopefully, if we just keep gaining momentum on these stocks and keep exposing the problem that is naked short selling, that we will just continue to see people buy in these stocks simply just to stick it to the hedge funds and stick it to the prime brokerages who are breaking the law, simply to steal money essentially from the working class people, which is what they have been doing for generations. I was watching the live stream earlier with Wes Christian and Matt Kors, and something that Wes Christian did say was that like in the last 20 years, he believes that about $100 trillion has been stolen from people's retirement accounts and, in the stock market in general, which really does affect the working class people, the people with retirement accounts, people with 401ks, all those kind of accounts. So I found that really interesting. And in addition to that, he also labeled it as stealing. And he also said that basically they stole an entire generation's retirement. So those were some things that I found and took away from that as being, really interesting. And I used that to fuel me in my mission and in all of our missions on what we're doing here. This really is a fight against corruption and against injustice. And to be honest, they are financial terrorists. If no one else will say it, I'll say it. They are definitely financial terrorists. This is definitely a form of terrorism that is taking place here. And it is not us. We are not the bad guys, as much as the mainstream media would love to label us as such. Luckily, we do have allies on our side, and one of those are Wes Christian, and also Susan Trimbass. She's been amazing. Carl Hadberg. Then we got like Dave Lauer. We have some really great allies on our side for this. So yeah, I do think that all of those things are important. I think it's important, us as apes, to continue to hold strong and also spread the word and the knowledge. I feel like everybody, even normies, should know about what's happening with these stocks, that they're being naked short sold and basically being crushed into bankruptcy by these short sellers. So keeping all that in mind, and realizing what's happening, that more and more people are starting to understand what naked short selling is, and more people are angered and want to fight back against it. I think it's important more now than ever for us to all share our due diligence on both of these stocks, so that people know really what they're getting into and, why this is happening. Because a lot of times, like I see it in groups on Facebook and like stock groups on Facebook and stuff, people have no idea what's actually going on with GameStop and AMC. And I feel like, being in this, we all know it. We know the due diligence, but I guess I didn't realize how much the normies, or even, the more quote unquote smart money, doesn't realize what's actually happening here. Or they do and they just, deny it, which is also a great possibility. But I do think that it's important to continue to educate everybody on this subject, because in the long run, it's going to help them, and it's also going to help us against this movement. Right here, this is what I was waiting to see what was going to happen here. So we're going to see what happens. I'm hoping that we continue to at least climb up we're going to see. We might come down a little bit and hopefully hit that bounce. They seem to be super worried about this 300 level for GameStop. And if you remember yesterday, we looked at the options chain, and there was quite a lot of open interest for GameStop at 300 and 350 level. And those could absolutely cause cause margin calls. So we're going to check out the option chain on both GameStop and AMC right now, and see what they're looking like. So we got some strikes. We need to look at these strikes. Oops. Went a little bit too far real quick. All right. So for GameStop, we have, and that's for June 18th. I'm going to look at the weekly. We'll worry about the other ones in a minute. So let's look at the weekly interest. All right, here we go. I personally don't buy weeklies. I'm scared. All right, so there's 3,480 contracts that expire at the 300 level for calls, and then there's 2,000 puts. So there's almost just as many puts there as there is calls. And then also, all right, so the 350 level is the next level. There's 2,219 calls at 350 for GameStop, and then there's 2,277 at 400 strike for GameStop. So the options chain is pretty bullish on GameStop. The largest puts are basically at 300. We see, or I'm sorry, oops, where'd it go? All right, so yeah, 300, we have 2,023. At 290, we have 1,000. We have like 900 at 939 for GameStop for this week. These people got 2,000. There's a lot at 2,712 for GameStop at 250 as well. So that's another level of put action that we're going to have to watch here. There's 2,713 open interest, volume, and then 1,035 open interest. My bad, I was reading that backwards. So that is actually pretty interesting, and it definitely is something we need to watch. Okay, so here, the open interest, the open interest for puts at $100 for GameStop is 6,242 ending this week. That sucks for whoever owns that. I hope they bought it cheap, because that's definitely not hitting. All right, so let's take a look at AMC's option chain. What it says as well. All right, so see, we want to let's look at June 11th. Oops. June 11th. All right. So this is what we're going to want to look at. Strike is for 145. Okay. All right. So what are we at? We're trading at like 54. So let's see. All right. Let me just look and see what's a lot. Well, there's 6,506 open interest at the $30 strike. But holy shit, look at the puts on the $30 strike. There's 20,531 puts at the $30 strike. Someone built a huge wall there. Then we'll come to $35 level. There's 3,591 strikes for the 35, and there's 10,511. And then down here, this is where it gets really interesting. For $40, there is a shit ton of open interest. There is a huge ass put wall on $40 on AMC and 17,318 of open interest. That is a lot of people betting, a lot of money betting that it's going to fall to $40. So let's see. 45. Okay, there's a lot on 45 as well. 20,616 on 45 for a put. And then for calls, they're at $50. There's 16,482. And there's 25,548 open interest for $50. So I'd say that they'd want this down definitely below $50 and definitely below, they definitely are going to try to get it below $50, but they're also going to try probably for $40, so that they can scoop up all of this money here. So we're going to be looking to try to push it above $50. They're going to be looking to push it below it. And then at $55, we have 16,000 of open interest. I'd say that the majority of the options chain, oh, here we go. This is where there's big money at $60. Okay, so if we get above $60, this is when it gets really, really bullish here. It's because there's 29,141 open interest on the $60 call strike. Ending this week, and there's not that many puts for there. There is a lot of puts for 50, so we want it above 60, they want it below 50. And then if we come down here, up from 70, there's a good substantial amount of open interest there, and we all know that the 145 strike holds a lot of open interest. 100 is a lot of open interest as well. And then here at the 145, there's 44,611. If we can get this to 145, it would bring out the biggest gamma squeeze ever. So we want this to grow gradually to 145. Slowly would be really great, because then we know that we're filling in all those gaps, and then we know that our chart will be strong. So those are things to watch. They're going to want this stock below 50 by Friday, and we're going to want it above 60. So we're going to see who wins here between the Bulls and the Bears. So even if we do climb up a lot on Friday, just be prepared. They're definitely going to be trying to crush the stock below 50, because it is in their best interest for this stock to stay below 50. If it goes and stays above 60, Bears are fucked. We can really end up, hopefully, spiraling this into a huge gamma squeeze. And that would just be very interesting and really good for our squeeze. So, that's pretty much it. We have about 15 minutes left until after hours. I've just been talking here this whole time. Is anybody even on stream right now? Or did everybody leave me? But yeah, so there's 15 minutes left on the day. I'm hoping that it'll end above 300 on GameStop, and hopefully above 55 on AMC. And right now we're at 55.08 on AMC, and we're at 302 on GameStop, so we're in a pretty good place. AMC is looking like it got a big old volume surge in this 1 minute candle. We're going to see if that continues to go up, or if we have a little bit of retracement there. So yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying this day today, because tomorrow is going to be crazy, whether it be up or down. Be prepared for some volatility tomorrow. Tomorrow is the shareholder meeting for GameStop as well as earnings. So I think tomorrow, regardless of what happens, either way, it's going to be a roller coaster ride. So regardless, remember the due diligence and hold and stand your ground, because they will try to shake you. And if you were here earlier in the stream, I said that it was a possibility that, you know, they could be buying today to try to crush the price tomorrow. So, and that's very possible, especially since, like I said, they're going to need this price below 300 and 350 on Friday, and below. They're going to want it below 50 and really below 40 on AMC. If they got it below 40, they would be happy as a clam. So we're going to want these stocks to go up, hopefully a lot by then, so that we can be sure that it won't end below the thresh marks that they're wanting it to. So this week is definitely going to be a battle. Be prepared for the battle of your life this week, really. And if we can get AMC above 60 and then also get it to 145 level or above 100, I think that we're really going to start to see a gamma squeeze happen here. And if we get above 145 and sustain it and also go, a little bit farther above 145, all of those 145 calls will go in the money. And that would just be insane for us. So I'm hoping that we can get that to happen. I did not look at the options chain on stream for next week, but this is just what we're worrying about, right now. So just keep an eye out for all that. Since there's not really anybody in the stream, I'm going to go ahead and end this. There is 10 minutes left to power hour. I'm just watching this action. Tomorrow is going to be a big day for both of these stocks, especially GameStop. So I've been waiting for this day forever, I feel like. And I'm just really excited it's finally coming. Honestly. So we're going to see. There are no dates to this. It can really happen when it happens. Tomorrow's truly a toss-up. I have no idea what will happen. Stock will go up or down. That is something that I do know. It might even trade sideways. Who knows? It's going to be one of those three options, though. But the grand scheme of things for the long term for GameStop, it's definitely going to go up. Because of the due diligence, because they naked shorted this stock into oblivion. Same for AMC. They naked short sold the stock into oblivion. So those are the things that we are seeing, and that's what's happening. Let's move this back to the 1 minute chart here for the last couple minutes just to see what the 1 minute action is showing here. We're going to take this from over here. Oops. That's okay. And then we'll just move it over. Move it over. Alright, and that's where we are. So let's do this. Oops. Didn't want to do that either. Sorry about that. Alright, here we go. Alright, so this is where we're headed. It looks like they're gonna try and crush the price down for the last 10 minutes or so of the day here into power hour. They want this to close below 300 today. So we're going to see how far below 300 they can crush it down to. Another I guess, form of FUD that I want everyone to be aware exists is that the perception that people have that the hedge funds are weak. If you keep that perception in your mind, then you're kind of underestimating them. They do have unlimited firepower, pretty much. So, it's not unlimited, but they have a lot more than we do. So, thinking that they're weak, I think only sets us up for failure. Because they're not weak. They are strong. They've proven that time and time again. We are strong as well. We are stronger together. And I feel like the division that's happening between GameStop and AMC, and then now other stocks are being thrown in the mix, that's simply because they know that apes' attention get diverted. Like, for example, if GameStop and AMC are having a bad day, making another stock go up, such as Clove or Workhorse or whatever stock it may be that they're shilling, Rocket, I don't know, whatever it is, they know that, they think they know that apes' brains are small and that they're going to just jump on whatever's gaining, which is true for some people, but the ones who actually are in this, with the mantra buy, hold, vote, we're obviously not going to do that. But that's another way to, that these shills are getting in everybody's minds is, allowing this division. We always had the thing, ape no fight ape, because regardless of what happens, like, if GameStop were to fail, so would AMC. And if AMC were to fail, GameStop would too. These charts move completely identical. So saying, I hope one goes down, but you're invested in the other is really fucking dumb to me. Because if one fails, they both fail. So that's another thing. And then also, like, the trying to divide us. If they can divide us, then our focus is not there. That's what creates the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So just keep that in mind and don't let them get into your head. For that reason, I swear to God, I only look in superstonk or r/AMC, because anything else is literally just a way for FUD to get in my brain and to distract me from my goals. I don't think anybody is above the FUD. I think that it can get to any of us. I don't think, it's not that we aren't strong, but it is, a hard thing to combat when people are constantly coming at you, telling you like, oh, it's gonna fail, it's gonna come down. It does get to you and under your skin. So for that reason, I have a policy to where I only read, r/superstonk or r/AMC, and I only participate in YouTube videos where, that's their focus. Anything else to me is a distraction. At this point, especially when mainstream media is sitting here reporting about it in a positive light, that does ring me as odd. So AMC's up here, but they only showed it because it's negative 0.07%, and GameStop's not up here at all, which is funny to me. It's not even being mentioned. It constantly has not been mentioned, and except for if they're talking about it negatively. They put Wendy's up here. I think that Jim Cramer started shilling Wendy's because, Wendy's has a thing in our community, with their tendies, and I don't even have to go over the lingo. Y'all know what Wendy's is. So anyway, I think that he started shilling that to get wallstreetbets to go in Wendy's. And really retailers in general to go in Wendy's. So I think that that's why it was a way to divert attention away from GameStop and AMC. Clove, I also think, is a way to divert attention. I think that Clove is going to act like Rocket was the first time it's pump and dump, which is fine, but just be aware of that. If you're in Clove, I'd sell it today. If it was me, I don't give out financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. So it's up to you on what you're going to do, but I personally wouldn't be in anything else other than AMC and GameStop. Not saying that there isn't potential out there. I was following Clove a while ago. I don't follow it anymore, only because, like I said, my sole focus is AMC and GameStop. But if mainstream media is pushing it, I'd say that maybe it is quite possible that it is a distraction, meant to distract you from the two stocks that are proven to be overly shorted. So it's 3:56 here on the day. We're about to end the day here. It looks like we're going to be ending the day around 299-ish on GameStop, unless we can get that last push to 300. And looks like we're going to be ending around like $54, $55 on AMC. So hopefully we can get this last push here, because we know that they're going to try to bring it down this last minute here. So we'll see, and then we'll also see what after hours brings to us. I will not be covering after hours, mainly because my charts on Fidelity don't work for after hours. I have to use Webull for after hours, or even, I guess, TradingView, but I really only like these charts. So for that reason, I will not do after hours with you guys, but those are things to be watching for the week, and whatnot. I'm not sure what time I will be back or when I will be back. Just please turn on those notifications so you know when I'm coming back, and when I will be here next time. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for coming out and tuning in with me today. We are going to check and see here how this ends, and then when the bells close, then I will end this stream. Right now we're at 299.46 on GameStop and 55.08, so we're both battling at that level that we want to stay above. They're going to try to push this probably below 55, and this obviously below 300. So we're going to see what happens here. Hopefully we get this last little climb up here on both of these stocks in this last 2 minutes that we have left on the day. So yeah, I hope that you guys all listen to the stream and everything that I I said to prepare yourself for tomorrow. Because those are all things that we need to pay attention to and be aware of. Is the tactics that these hedge funds will use as well. So also, if you haven't checked out the live stream with Matt Kors and Wes Christian, I do advise you to look at it regardless of whether or not you like Matt or not. I think Wes Christian's information was invaluable, and I believe that it is important for all apes to hear, whether you're an AMC ape, a GameStop ape, or or whatever ape you choose to be. We're both, we're all together strong. I think majority of people who hold GameStop also hold AMC. I would hope that the majority of AMC holders hold GameStop, but I'm not sure that that's the case. Just because GameStop is a little bit more of an expensive stock. I was hoping that GameStop would do like a 10-for-1 stock split at some point. If they did a 10-for-1 stock split right now, that would make anyone who owns GameStop have 10 times the shares. It would make the shorts have 10 times the short positions, and it would make the price be cut in half. So instead of $300 a share, it'd be $30 a share. So it'd be easier, to stack on top of this and really make it fly high. I know that if they did that, I would be buying a shit ton of fucking shares. Like, I'd be buying a ridiculous amount of shares. In the instance that a stock split such as a forward 10-for-1 split were to happen, it would also recall the shares as well. And it would also allow retail to get in at a cheaper price, or really everyone to get in at a cheaper price. However, it would not help the shorts cover. That's a misconception when it comes to forward splits. Also, it doesn't even change the value of the company. The market cap would be the same. The only thing it does is make it cheaper to get in. It also wouldn't make it cheaper for anyone to get out of their short positions, because like I said, it doubles their short positions too. It 10 times as them. So yeah, I do want that to happen. I think it would be easier to FOMO in. I think it would be easier for people to digest FOMOing in at $30 rather than FOMOing in at $300. So anyway, we ended the day at exactly $300 on GameStop, so it gave me exactly what I wanted. I'm really happy with that. We ended the day at $55.05 on AMC, so that's really interesting. I'm excited that we ended at 55 on AMC as well, so we are right on track here for exactly what we want here. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. Thank you guys for coming. If you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, and comment down below if there's any kind of content you want to see, or any stock that you'd like me to cover, or really if there's a video or anything you guys want me to watch. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow. So, alright guys,